is not will as you know it, as human will, as your mind's will. It has a certain pattern, it has a certain quality. That which rules the cosmos has a consciousness and a tendency of its own. That is always there. That you and me right now exist is cosmic will. But right now, you decided to come to satsang is of course your will, isn't it? Isn't it? So cosmic will is not like a decision, it is just there. It is because of cosmic will we have taken on this form. It is because of cosmic will the planet is going around the sun. These are not as human thoughts are. This is just the quality of the nature. Right now, water flows from a high place to a low place. Try to stop it whichever way you want, it seems to have a will of its own. But that is not a will, it is flowing according to the laws of gravity. So, cosmic will is like the gravitational force and various other things. It just is there, always. It only acts that way, because the very framework of life is based on the cosmic will. But today you decide to do this or that is definitely your will. Cosmic will has no role in this. But you can use the cosmic force to make your will into a reality. Right now, gravitational force is working, using that I'm sitting here. Otherwise I would be floating all over the place. Yes? I would need an anchor to stay here. Because gravity is working, I'm enjoying sitting here. Otherwise, using the same gravity, I can dance. It's my will. Sitting is my will, dancing is my will. If I want, I can jump down, that is also my will. But all these things cannot happen without the gravity. That's the nearest analogy we can get there probably. So cosmic will is always in play. We're enjoying it every moment of our life. Or we're suffering it sometimes. The gravity can make you dance, the gravity can make you fall if you're not in tune with it. So that is where your will plays. Your will determines, and your will is able to use the cosmic will. Without that, your will wouldn't even exist. It is cosmic will that you must have a will. But do not try to fulfill your life through your will, because your will is generally empowered by a thought. And your thought is essentially an accumulated stuff. Your thought is what you have gathered from around you. It's the data that you have gathered that you're reprocessing, recycling in so many different ways. Doing things with willpower is okay if you are aiming for small little things. Today morning you want to get up at 5 o'clock. You're doing it with willpower or alarm power? The alarm rings also, you still need willpower to come out of your bed. If you do this, you may get to do things, but at the end of the day you will have a long face. Instead of trying to do this with willpower, you do it with devotion, you do it with love. Now I want to get up at 5 o'clock because I have something that I really want to do. Not that I have to do, there's nothing in my life that I have to do. Everything in my life are things that I want to do. So if alarm is at 5 o'clock, I get up at 4:30 because I want to do it. If you conduct your life as I have to do it, because that's willpower, oh, no matter what, I must do it, I must do it, I must do it, you may get to do it, but your face will become long, miserable face. Everything happened, but at the end of the day you have a long face. purpose is defeated, isn't it? The purpose of doing all that is already been defeated, isn't it so? Because you did not enjoy it does not fulfill you, what is the point? So there is no need to do things, to conduct your life with willpower. Here and there small things, sometimes when your body is aching, on that day you need willpower to push yourself a little bit. But do not try to conduct the life process itself with willpower, because you will become a long, successful face. Ulcer in your stomach, success in your bag, face so long nobody wants to see it. Or your chin will be scraping on the Hyderabad roads. Not good. Please, I have a cushion, what will you do?
We talk of destiny, we talk of so many things being predetermined in our lives. Then there's a question of applying our intelligence to situations and things. If there's already, everything was predetermined.
Who talked about destiny? Did I?
You didn't talk, but generally, everyone, when something happens, your destiny will be like this. It's destiny, the work of destiny or whatever. There's a general perception about.
That's a simple escape from all the nonsense you have done to your life. For all the nonsense that you have done to your life, destiny is a simple escape. Oh, it's my destiny, that's why I'm like this. Now, whatever you call as your destiny is also self-created. You are creating it unconsciously. You can also create it consciously. There are certain parameters in your life. I think we looked at this the other day when somebody asked karma. You have unconsciously written a certain software for yourself, so you're tending to go in that direction. Whatever you try to do, it just keeps going in this direction. You want to go here, but it just keeps taking you this way, because your software is like that. It develops certain tendencies and starts moving in certain direction. This does not mean you cannot redirect yourself. Yes, it's quite compulsive. It needs an effort beyond body and mind to completely change that and put it in a different direction. What we're doing here, the whole science of what we're doing here is just that. If you make your energies little more malleable, if you gain little more mastery over your life energies and little more mastery over your mind and body, you will see you can become 100% master of your destiny. I'm talking about a science where you can choose the very womb that you are born into. Even now you're choosing, but you're choosing unconsciously. You can also choose consciously. Whether to be born or not to be born also can be chosen. It is just that how much have you taken into the perspective of your life. If you have mastery over your body, about 15 to 20% of your destiny will be mastery over your mind, about 50 to 60% of your life and your destiny will be in your hands. If you have mastery over your life energies, 100% of your destiny will be in your hands.
You must clearly evaluate in your life how much of your life is happening from outside around you, how much of it is just your psychological structure. This is something distinctly, you must draw a line on this. What is… right now we're sitting here, what's happening here? What am I doing within myself? This distinct line if you set up, what is happening in my mind, what is happening around me, two different things. These are two different things, isn't it? Whatever happens here, you can react and think these two things are same. Right now, somebody is going to call you a fool, I will. Now, what happens within you is yours. The word fool is mine, but what happens within you is yours, isn't it? Yes or no? Because the word fool is not hurtful in any way, it's not a bullet. Only because the way you respond or react, things happen. This distinction you must set up in your life. What is mine? What am I doing? What is the world doing to me? If you look at this, the world is hardly doing anything to you, it's not even interested in you most of the time. Most of the things are your own stuff and you think the world is doing all this to you. Yes or no? If you set up this distinction, what is my contribution to all the rubbish that I am? What is the world's contribution? You will see the world is doing precious little, believe me, very little. Rest is all yours. Now, what is yours if you take charge? 98% of your life is transformed. 2% leave it to me, I'll take care of it for you. Yes. It's very simple, but this distinction has not been drawn. People are in and out. For every small thing that happens, a million things happen inside, isn't it? This whole chemical soup of a body, it is responding to every little thing. Every thought, every idea, every emotion, every reverberation that you create, it's responding. Now, whether you have a wonderful soup or a lousy soup, depends how much attention you're paying to the soup making, isn't it? If you know this is your work, you will do your work the way you want it. If you do not recognize this is my work, it happens wildly, accidentally.
Since you woke up today morning, till this moment, let's leave the sleeping time. Since you came awake fully, from that moment to this moment, your body has been doing its things, isn't it so? Physical activity is happening, both outwardly and inwardly, happening or no? That's why we're alive, it's happening. Mental activity has been happening, emotional activity is happening, energy activity is happening. How much of these 4 dimensions of activity did you perform consciously from the moment you came awake till now? How much do you think? What percentage? What percentage? Well below 1%, believe me. When you perform activity consciously, less than 1%, over 99% is unconscious. Everything will look accidental, isn't it? Everything looks like divine intervention. Because 99% of the time you're unconscious. Do one thing. When you drive today to wherever you drive, 99% of the time, close your eyes and drive. You will see how many people you will meet. But if you drive with your eyes open, fully conscious, you're not going to meet anybody like this with a bag. Things will happen in a completely different way. How conscious we are will determine how much of your destiny you determine. How unconscious you are determines how much of your destiny is accidental. Everything that's accidental, we want to attribute it to some other force elsewhere. Now this must stop. We must understand, it is we. Is there no other force? Of course, you didn't make the creation, nor did I, all right? You did not create this creation, nor did I create this creation. There is, but that is a different dimension altogether. And what is happening with you right now is entirely your making. From where you come from in India, is the only culture on the planet which constantly told you, your life is your karma. Karma means you're doing. Your life is your making. Whatever may be happening, you may be able to logically figure out why it is so, you may not be able to figure out, but still you know one thing, if this is happening to me, this is my making. This is the greatest empowerment you can have when you understand, my life is my making. Whatever happened till now, it doesn't matter. How will you make your tomorrow? I'm asking you. If you clearly know 100%, my life is my making, how will you make the next moment? How will you make a tomorrow? How will you make your future in the most beautiful way? Isn't it so?